There's been a picture of Pep Guardiola in the hipster high temple of football for the longest time. I never thought it could be moved, but in the last little bit, in McCourt, Paddy Higgs, things are turning, particularly in England, Paddy. It seems like there's the opinion now, or a separate camp saying he's overrated, he's overpaid, and he's over here.
Yeah, I guess he just really doesn't like to lose. Games night wouldn't be a lot of fun in the Guardiola household, I think. It's important to remember, of course, that he wasn't always on the best of terms with the press here in Germany either. So this is not new. It's nice to see that he's the same old Pep in a lot of ways.
Ian, do you think this is an insufferable bore or a tortured genius? Are you happy to see his performance after Burnley, or are you worried about it?
I enjoyed his performance after Burnley too. I quite like awkward situations where everybody can have a laugh at.
You love the show then.
For me, he's still the tortured genius. A blip here or two won't take that away from me.
What would you do if you won $1 million? That's been the question that has not plagued, but the mind wanders there. What would you do if you won $1 million? The man on the street, the woman on the street. That's the question for the layman, but now the question for the footballer is, what would you do if you won $1 million a week playing in China, Paddy?
Yeah, it's funny how money can shape ambition, and it's certainly doing that with a lot of really good players at the moment. I guess we thought this gold rush might run out with China when it sort of sprung a couple of months ago, but it continues unabated. It's just interesting because I think Ian and I spoke about it earlier this week, and what we would do in their situation. Certainly, if I was offered a job at the local newspaper in China, I think I'd take it, Ian.
Well, I don't really like flying, but if China were to offer me that amount of money, I'd be on the first plane to Shanghai, and whatever the Shanghai Bugle wanted me to write, that was exactly what I would do, especially for that amount of money. So I can understand where footballers are coming from in this situation.
How much a week would you want, Ian, just quickly?
Oh, at least $1 million.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'd take half, yeah.
All right, Toni Kroos has been taking a jab here or there at Brazil. We saw it on New Year's Eve, the 2017, representing the 7-1. Paddy, which camp are you in? Are you offended? Bit of fun? What is it?
A little bit of both. I think it's certainly no malice from Toni Kroos' part, but I mean, he plays with some of these guys and has played with some of these guys that he beat on that night. But it's just, it is funny, or at least it shows how much that night hurt Brazil and the players involved, because it still stings, as you can tell by the reactions of Marcelo and co.
Ian, quickly.
Well, I'm just surprised Toni Kroos was able to show that amount of humour in it. A famously dull person. Bit of fun, bit of banter.
Yeah, his haircut doesn't look like a guy who's going to be the life of the party, though.
Not quite.
All right. We're just about out of time, guys. You can leave your comments below any single time. Leave your questions as well. We can address them another day. A quick note for Brazil before we go. If you don't want to be offended by something, try in the first place defending. And then we don't have this problem. And then everyone's happy and you can go about your lives as you can now.